Did you know that making your kids a millionaire is as expensive as a weekly Starbucks visit? On average, people spend anywhere from $15 to $20 a week going to Starbucks. $15 a week is $60 a month. Did you know if you started saving $10 less than that a month, you can make your kids millionaires in retirement, all within one simple account following these 3 easy steps? But the key is, you've got to start saving as early as possible because there is a significant cost to waiting. And I will show you some examples towards the end. Let's dive in. This simple account is called an IUL, or what we also call an Index Universal Life. An Index Universal Life is simply a permanent life insurance policy.
What? Life insurance for a child? I don't want to think about my child dying.
I know. Nobody wants to think about their child dying. We aren't setting this up for life insurance. We're setting this up because behind the life insurance policy is a savings account that can grow and compound all tax-free, accessible to you and your child in the future for anything that you need. I've got clients that have these set up for their kids where they can expect to have millions of dollars in retirement that's accessible all tax-free. And they're so easy to set up. All you have to do is follow these 3 simple steps. Step 1, you want to connect with a licensed life insurance agent that actually knows what they're doing. Yes, it does take some skill to know how to design these policies correctly to grow cash value. So you want to make sure you're working with somebody that actually knows what they're doing and can design these policies to meet your goals. Step 2 is you want to actually design your own IUL illustration. Again, you want to make sure that you are seeing the numbers that fit your budget and work for you and how those will actually play out over time. And then step 3, easy. You just need to submit an application and see if you get approved. Yes, because of the fact there is a life insurance component to the policy, the child does need to go through an underwriting review process to see if they get approved. But as long as your kid is decently healthy with no significant pre-existing conditions or significant medications that they take for anything, they could get approved as quickly as in less than 1 hour. Pretty easy, right? Now let's check out an example so you can actually see how this works in real life. So I recently met with a young family that had a brand newborn baby girl who is technically 0 years old to the insurance company, and they wanted to just start saving $50 a month for her future into an IUL policy with the goal to eventually increase that to $200 a month. They would need to get $150,000 in life insurance to do this, and that amount of life insurance is very important. That is going to dictate the maximum amount of money they can save into this policy per year for their daughter. The more life insurance they get, the more money they can save into the policy. So with a $150,000 death benefit, they are capped at $200 a month as their maximum savings. Year 1, they start saving $50 a month. And they want to kickstart the plan a little bit, so they dump in an extra $1,000 just to help kickstart the policy and help it grow a little quicker. Year 3, they increase what they're saving to $100 a month. Year 5, they increase what they're saving to $125 a month. Year 7, they bump it up to $150 a month. And by year 9, they bump it up to $200 a month. With this example, by age 16, when this child is driving, she is expected to have inside this policy about $38,000 that she can access. Now that's probably plenty of enough money to go and purchase a car, right? If the family continues to save the $200 a month until she turns age 21 or 22, when she graduates college, you're looking at about $71,000 inside that account for her when she graduates college. Now that could help her pay off some student loan debt. That might be able to help her move if she needs to move to find a job, but they continue to save. Let's say by the time she is 30, now we're looking at an account value of about $140,000 if they had never taken any money out yet, or had they taken money out and they paid it back. Now, that would be plenty of money to possibly pay for a wedding, maybe help her buy her first home. But let's say they continue to save. And maybe at this point, this child is self-sufficient financially and no longer needs mom and dad to continue to put $200 a month into this account for her. Maybe she decides to take it over herself and she starts putting her own $200 a month into it. By the time she's 40, you're looking at an account balance of approximately $290,000, which is getting pretty substantial. And if we continue to let this grow until she's 50, we're looking at an account balance of about $567,000. Now, I wouldn't say that's enough to retire off of, but we are definitely getting closer. And if she continues to do this until age 60, we are looking at an account balance of approximately $1.078 million by the time this child goes to retire. And that, my friends, is all 100% accessible to her tax-free. And if she decides to use that as an income stream of supplemental retirement income, she's expected to take out $87,000 every single year in retirement, 100% tax-free until age 90, meaning that her and her family would have contributed $136,000 into the policy and would have taken out a total of $2.619 million, all tax-free. Powerful, right? But there is a massive cost waiting. This family also has a son that is 2 years old that they haven't started saving for yet. We ran the exact same example for the son, and let me show you what we found. So doing the exact same thing, $150,000 death benefit, saving $50 a month, with that additional front load deposit of $1,000 in that first year, saving $50 a month for the first 2 years, by age 3 or year 3, bumping it up to $100 a month, by year 5, bumping it up to $125 a month, by year 7, bumping it up to $150 a month, by year 9, bumping it up to $200 a month. By the time this child turns age 16, we are looking at having $29,000 inside this account. A little bit of a difference there. By the time this child turns 22, which is when they would be graduating college, you're looking at $58,000 inside that account, which is a pretty significant difference from the other child that had $71,000 inside the account. By age 30, if this kid and the family continue to save until age 30, we are looking at $118,000 inside of this account compared to the $140,000 that the 0-year-old baby girl had. And by age 40, we are looking at an account balance of approximately $249,000 for the boy compared to the $290,000 for the daughter. By age 50, we're looking at $487,000 for the boy compared to $567,000 for the daughter. And by age 60, we're looking at $928,000 for the boy compared to $1.078 million for the daughter. That's a difference of $150,000 accumulated by retirement because they waited 2 years to save for their son. And now with that income stream in retirement, instead of getting $87,000 a year like the daughter will be able to get, the son's best case scenario by age 60 would be about $74,000 a year, which is a $13,000 a year difference in retirement. And if he lives to be age 90, he would have taken out a total of $2.22 million compared to the daughter would have taken out $2.619 million accessible, all tax-free. That's about a $400,000 difference in income in retirement because we waited 2 years to save. Now, I know these numbers seem shocking to think that by waiting 2 years, you could be costing your child $400,000 in an income stream in retirement. Now, I know most of us watching this video today would love to put their kids in a better financial situation than what we had when we were growing up, and I agree with that any child that has a parent saving for them is very fortunate. But the key is you just got to get started saving, and you've got to start saving something as early as possible. And in order to set your child up with an IUL, they just need to have a basic social security number and have at least been to the doctor one time so they have some kind of medical record on them. Other than that, you can start following those 3 simple steps that we talked about in the beginning of the video. And if you are looking for a life insurance agent that is trained to do this correctly, me and my team have been doing this for 9 years. We know what we're doing. We love working with kids, and we're in the United States. All you have to do is click the link in my bio or in the description below to get access to my calendar, and we'd love to have a complimentary consultation with you. Now, if you like this video, please share it with anyone you know that's a parent, and don't forget to subscribe so you can get access to the video I have coming out next week because I wouldn't want you to miss it. I'll see you next week on YouTube.